Hello friends, it's Sherry. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to hashtag Let's Use Paper Bags. So this has been an open collab hosted by myself and Susan from Susan Hiles Art for the month of February. So we have been doing our collabs on the Fridays, on all the Fridays in the month. So this is the last week of this collab, and if you're seeing this on Friday morning, there's still time to join us. So we are you know, glad to welcome anyone in to participate and just post your video or Instagram post on today, and then, you know, link our channels, and we will link your channel. Use the hashtag so we can find you, or let us know that you're posting. The hashtag is hashtag Let's Use Paper Bags. And yeah, just have some fun. This week we did decorate or make a bag. We did bag with a matching tag. And this week is make a bag journal or decorate the cover or make a cover. So I love paper bag journals. I've made quite a few and sold them in my Etsy, and I haven't made any in a while. So I was really excited about today, and I'm going to show you what I've been working on, and we're going to make one together where I'm making covers, and I said plural, right? So let me show you. Let me show you one at a time. Okay, so this is one of those like newsprint paper bags. It was this size right here. I got this at an antique store when I bought something in I think this was in Tennessee. And so, yeah, I was so wanted to ask the lady if she would give me another one, but I didn't. You know, I'm not forward like that. I should be, because then you get more stuff, right? But I did not, and so I ended up with this one beautiful one here. So I decided to turn it on its side so I could have a nice size journal here this way and this way. You can see it's about probably 9 by 6. And what I did was, first, I just, let's see, did it have gussets? Don't think so. Let me see if I can see inside here. Okay, no gussets. So what I did first, and I'm going to show you on the one we're going to make together, but I put a piece of, this was actually like cardstock. It's a piece of an envelope that's cardstock that I had. I put that in there for stability. I added this. I glued on this piece of lace, and I glued on this piece of lace. Then you don't have to sew, but I sewed here and here, and then all around this lace. And then I added these pockets. There's a clear pocket because I didn't want to cover up this. I love this newsprint. So I added a pocket here, a clear pocket that I've shown you in some of my videos that I recently picked up. And there's one here, right here. Okay, so you've got those pockets. And then here on the sides I left open, and so I have that cardstock in there that I told you about. And so I'm probably going to leave it like this, and you can have actually 2 pockets in here with a divider in the middle, and the same for the front here. Now, if I decide that I think that this is too, like if I want more stability, I might sew this down, which I still could end up doing because I don't know. What I would be afraid of is just you're putting things in and out of here, and this might tear. So I might go ahead and sew that together just for stability, because I've got a pocket here. There can be other pockets in the pages. I'm going to add pages to this and make a regular journal with pages. Okay, and then I want also, my other plan for this particular cover is to look for some type of focal point. So that's the plan for this cover. Now, I had this piece right here in my stash. I don't know how I ended up pulling it out, but it was somewhere where I saw it. And I was like, oh, let me use this. It's the only one I have. I brought this one single piece of cardstock here home from a thrift store. And so this was another paper bag. This one is, this one was a bigger paper bag, just a regular, like, I don't know, paper bag, like, not a grocery bag, but a little bit bigger than, smaller, you know, about half the size of a grocery bag, bigger than a lunch bag, in between that, you know, if you know what I mean. And I cut it down a little bit. The sides were this were this size, I cut off the ends, you know, the bottom and the other side or whatever, to make this size, and left the sides as they were. This one I did sew together, and it had, I believe it had, yeah, you can see the gusset, where the gusset was. I glued the gusset together, and then, oh, before I glued it together, no, I glued the gussets together on both sides. Then I slipped in a piece of file folder, so that stabilizes this and gives it strength, and, you know, like that. And then, so then I added, I think I added this next, which I glued on. I added this as a piece of pretty, since this is, kind of reminds me of course, airmail. I looked through my scrapbook paper and found this. This is cardstock, and this has airplanes on it, and it's blue, and it matches the blues in here really nice. I found a piece of red fabric that I thought went with the reds here, and I glued it on first, and the same thing in here, glued it down here, and then I sewed all around again, all around, just like the other one, all around the spine. And then I found another piece of cardstock scrapbook paper that has, this has postal themed, like postcards and things on it. So I made pockets out of those. As you can see, little side pocket here. Those are all sewn down too. Little side pocket here. This one's this one's actually lined with scrapbook paper. I don't know if you can see down in there, but so I'm planning to add pages to that and make a normal journal out of that. So that's 2 covers. So we're going to make a cover together, and I pulled out, let's see, I pulled out 2 more paper bags. This one is the one I made out of a bigger paper bag, or I think it was actually made from maybe some wrapping, you know, brown paper wrapping that was in a package that I received. This is like a glassine bag. So I pulled out these as possible, you know, things I want to use for covers too. Maybe by my next video I will have some more covers made, but this cover I originally planned, I didn't even plan on these 2. They just happened. And I originally thought I would like to use some Edith Holden paper. So I have these pulled out for the inside. I have, here's the bag, one of the ones I made, and here's what I have for the outside, a bird theme. Okay, so I pulled up 2 birds for 2 bird pages for the outside. And this is a smaller book. Let's see, do I have the cover here? I have the cover, I don't know where the cover, oh, here's the cover right here. This is a smaller Edith Holden book. It's a paperback. But when I took it out, because I was thinking, oh, I'd like to use one of my bigger ones, and I took it out, and the pages were almost exactly the right size for this paper bag. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm using this paper back, smaller one. So here's my paper bag. Now, let's see, what have I done to it? This is one I made, so I didn't really have gussets, but I have a piece of file folder right here. I already cut it down to fit inside, and then I just slipped it in. I put it in here, and I didn't open the side on this one because I noticed when I put this one together that I really like the closure. I sewed it closed, and I really like the security and stability of that. I don't feel like I'm going to rip anything, and you know, that's why I said on the other one, I'm probably going to go ahead and sew that closed. So then I just got that down in there, and it fits right there. Here's a little flap that I had made for this paper bag, and I can either leave this or cut it off. We'll see what happens. But right now, what we're going to do is go ahead and cut our outside. Let's go ahead and cut our outside pages, which is the 2 birds. This is the back, and this is the front. So just if you have a paper bag and you're going to make one like I am, because I highly suggest you watch all the videos if you're making a paper bag journal of all the participants, because I guarantee you, I haven't seen them but myself yet, of course, because I'm making this before Friday, but I guarantee you there's so many ways to make a paper bag, and you're going to get so many great ideas, and then you can decide which way you like. So I thought I would put this little flap in the back, so I'm going to have it. I kind of like it glued down like that. Like keep the flap because I think it's cute, but glue it down. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that because like I said, I'm just afraid to leave that open as a pocket because I don't want, you know, I'm going to put these in my Etsy eventually, and I don't want someone getting it and be like, you know, the first thing they do is try to get stuff in there and it just rips, right? I mean, it is a paper bag. You know, it might be thicker than just maybe copy paper, but not that much, so I'd rather just have it stable, you know what I mean? And I think that looks nice with the flap glued down. So there's that. So this is my front. I gotta remember, this is my front and this is my back. Okay, and on the front, I was going to put the bigger bird here. So I kind of need to cut this down to fit. It's a little bit big, a little bit big. So let's see. First, I think I will cut down. I'm going to cut over here where the bird's tail stops. And then, let's see, I don't want to cut it too small. Maybe I'll actually measure a little bit here. Not with a ruler, just with some folds. So I need it to be, oh, that, yeah. Because there's a number up here, page number from the Edith Holden book. I kind of would like to keep that. I think that's really cool. And so, and I don't need it to wrap around the back, you know, or anything. If you wanted it to wrap around the back, you wouldn't have to cut this off. You could just wrap it around. But I don't think I want it to wrap around the back. I just don't want to deal with that bulkiness as I wrap around. I'm going to put lace here. So let's go ahead and cut that off and get this glued down. I'm going to sew around this too, but I still, you know, want the page glued down well. So, and speaking of glue, I just have a little drip here. Okay, yeah, so we're just gluing this down the front. And I guess I will put, yeah, let me put glue on here because I don't want to get glue in the wrong place on the paper bag. So let me see. The height was really pretty perfect. I didn't have to cut the height. I can trim a little bit if I need to after I get this on there, and if I think it is sticking over anywhere, I can trim it. But I'm just going to get glue all over here real quick. Just using our glitter glue. We're just gluing paper to paper here, really, technically. So why not? All right, so this collab has been so much fun. I just love making paper bag journals, and I was so looking forward to today. I was like, kept thinking about it all month. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I kind of like I have to get right down to the wire sometimes to really make up my mind. You know what I mean? That's why I'm actually doing this the night before on Friday. I wanted to do it like a couple weeks ago. I just couldn't really make up my mind what I wanted to do. That's why I ended up making 3 journals, or 3 journal covers, right? Okay, so there's that. Now there's the other, where's the other bird? No, that's the inside. Here's the other birds. I figured this would be a good back piece. It has the birds, but they're smaller, so not really a great, I mean, of course you could put it on the front, but not really a great, like, boom, there's a bird, like on this side. You know, those are bigger. So I thought these smaller birds would be good for the back. Oops, I gotta cut this off. Hold on. Getting carried away here. Yeah, so I thought this would be good for the back because of that, because these are smaller. But we're sticking with the bird theme here for the front cover. So, and I do like to leave part of the paper bag showing because I want, you know, I do that in most of my things that I create. I'd like you to see what it was. I just think that's really cool to see, oh, that was this or that or the other, whatever it was, you know what I mean? So, again, I'm just going to fold this where I want to cut. Right there. Already got a little glue on there. And so, let's see, what was I going to show you? Oh, I was going to show you how I have the paper bag showing. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so I'm moving things around a lot here. So I'm going to make sure I have this upright before I glue my second piece down here. That's my front. We're good. Still good. This is my back, and it's upright. Okay. So now I'm safe to glue this down. So let's get some glue on here, and I'll show you the other ones again, just to remind you of, and remind myself, because I can't even think of it right now. Well, the one I put the side pockets, so that one, the other cover where I put the side pockets, that had a good piece of the paper bag showing there. And then this other one I have to, oh, that one was the newsprint where I had the clear pockets. So you could definitely see that, like, what kind of paper bag it was. You know, it was the printed paper bag. Of course, the front's all open too, because I wanted that one to be able to show the newsprint. I'm kind of looking up on, I was looking up today to see if I could find a way to print on a paper bag as far as that newsprint goes, like a newsprint PNG or SVG file. I haven't found one yet, but I'll let you know if I do. So there we go. There's our, yeah, see, here's the, I have the paper bag showing here and here. And there's a little bit showing up here too. I did that on purpose and cut it a little bit short so you could see that it is a paper bag. Let's see on the back. The back's pretty covered up, but I remember cutting that on purpose to, you know, let the paper bag show. Okay, so now we're going to do the inside. So this piece, this is where we're going to let the paper bag show in on this bag. I got some glue leaking out here. Let me get that on here before it gets wasted. Okay, so let's see. I kind of wanted to, let's see, I guess this piece, this was a scrap. Just like this, I had this in this book. It was a scrap. I kind of kept it with the book. And so I thought I'd put this right here as a little side tuck, and I was going to make a little thumb hole punch here, whatever. Little slot punch or slot hole where you can, you know, reach in and grab your, whatever you tuck in there. Just a piece, you know, you can make this however big you want. If you have a circle punch, you can make it like that. If you want a, you know, great big one, use half of your circle. I just want a little one, so I'm going to go like this. And just punch like that. And then I'm going to glue this down so that we have a pocket. So I just want to glue here, here, and here. And so I'm going to do that. Oh, I put glue there. Shoot, that is not good. Let me wipe that off. Let me wipe that off. Let's see if it'll dry here. I'll get this on the edge here. Yeah, we don't want to glue this down because it's a pocket. You know, I want to be able to put things in there a little bit. I mean, it's a small pocket and a tight pocket. So you can, but you can slip, you know, one or two little thin things in there. And so, yeah, I'm thinking of, like, I think they all have kind of thin pockets at the front. In any journal that has a thin pocket at the front, like something like this, you can always put a you know, as many pockets as you want throughout, or even a big pocket somewhere in the journal, and, you know, a place to store your things. So I'm going to make sure this is not going to get glued down where I don't want glue. Okay, it looks good. So there we go. And that looks nice with the paper bag behind it, doesn't it? So we actually have, if you look at this right here, we actually have 1 paper bag, 2, the file folder 3, the paper bag on this side 4, and this book page 5. So that's a pretty sturdy cover once you get 5 layers on that edge, right? Okay, so this one we're going to cut. I picked this one out because it kind of has 2 separate plants here that I could cut and, you know, kind of like in a way that I could use half of this and not like waste or make something that's not useful for another journal. So let me see if I can use the bigger piece here in the back. That would be cool. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's do it. All right, so I'm going to punch a little thumb hole on this one. Okay, and then, yep, just like that. And this is leaking again. I don't know, it's toward the end, and I don't know why it's like, I just had it sitting up like this, and it's kind of volcanoing out of the art glitter glue here, but whatever. I just deal with it because I love this glue. Okay, now, yeah, so you can put the amount of glue on here. If you're not sewing, put the amount of glue you think you need on here to keep it down forever. You know what I mean? You might want to put a little bit more. You might want to use Fabri-Tac even if you are worried about this being pulled up or anything. or strong, whatever your strongest glue is if you don't have Fabri-Tac. But there we go. So this is going, so I'm still going to check my up and down here. Yep, everything's upright. Good. Good, good. So yeah, this will be a little Edith Holden journal, and I've never made one before. I've made paper bags, I made, you know, all kinds of journals, but I've never actually, I've made Edith Holden ephemera, but never made a journal. So that's why I was like, oh, I think I should make a, I think this would be a good opportunity to make an Edith Holden journal. You know, I just think the paper bag goes with the kind of vintage and natural looking pages that Edith Holden has in her books. So here I was going to put some lace on the spine and on the inside. So I'm not going to wrap it around. I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to cut it right here for the front. And I think I'm going to use, see, I'm going to sew around it, but I do want this to lay down. And I don't want the Fabri-Tac to show through. Although, you know, it wouldn't probably show through that much, but it could. So I'm just going to use this. So I want to get a good amount on this, on the, you know, right here where the fold is, because I want that to be, I don't want it to like poof up or make a wrinkle or anything when the book's being open and closed, you know, type of thing. So if this glue runs out, I have another one, but I'll have to pause and go get it. So no biggie. So I'm kind of just putting the glue here in the middle, like on the, like I said, on the spine and on either side of the spine or the fold. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I think this lace goes good with the paper bag too. I've said it before, and let me pull it back. I don't want to cover up my birds too much. I don't want to cover up these little birdies too much. There we go. I'd rather have more on the back than on the front here. Just a little bit on the front, but enough. I want it even. I do want it even, so there we go. Okay, yeah, there we go. I'll put some more glue there in a second. I just got to get this positioned right where I want it. Okay, about right. My glue is drying now. Come on, Sherry, make up your mind. Okay, I'll get this wrapped around tight. And then I'll put some more glue on. All right. So I totally forgot what I was saying, but I am going to sew this, so I need to hurry up. So if you have been, you know, participating in this Let's Use Paper Bags collab, or if you've just been following along and maybe eventually you're going to go and make a paper bag journal or a cover like I'm doing, or, you know, whatever type of paper bag journal you want to make. Let me just give you a little hint that if you like this collab and you like using paper bags, and you did make some type of, you know, cover or journal for this collab, but you didn't finish it, because we're not finishing it. I'm not finishing mine. You saw all my covers. Stay tuned. Little hint about March that we're going to continue this month in some ways. So you will stay tuned for the announcement on the first Friday in March. And Susan and I will let you know what we have up our sleeves for March. And we're very excited about it. So yeah, we're already planning into April. So, but we it's fun doing something different every month, isn't it? So yeah, we might have some other collaborators joining us. So yeah, we have lots of fun things planned. So just stay tuned, and make sure you subscribe to our channels and click that little notification bell so that when we do come out with a new video or announcement, you will be notified and you won't miss it. You won't miss any of the weeks, right? Okay, so this is in the fold too. I want to really get this down if I can. See, I don't want to put, I don't want to sew right in the middle. So I want to try to get that middle really down. And, oh, I know what I was saying. I like the elegant with the rustic, like the lace with the paper bag type of thing. Denim and lace, you know, I like that in a journal. Of course, I like all kinds of journals. I like all kinds of journals. If you watch my channel, you know. But anyway, that's a particular look I like. So if you see me making something rustic, I'm going to look for something elegant like this lace to go along with it. So, okay, as soon as I get this glued down, I'm going to go sew this. And if I had more time, it would work. I'd go and look for a centerpiece for this one. But I think I'm going to run out of time. So that will have to be maybe next month. Just stay tuned and you'll see. Okay, so let me get this all, kind of have this lace, I noticed I kind of have to smash it down into the glue, you know, to get it to stick best I can, because it's got a lot of holes in it, and it's just a certain material that, you know, really wasn't meant probably for gluing down on things, but you know, we do different things with our little pieces that we put into our junk journal than what maybe they were intended for, right? Yes, we do. That's the fun of it, finding new uses for things. So, okay, let me get my little pin in here. Okay, I'm going to go sew, and I've just been using, I've been using black thread, so I think I'm going to stick with that, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back, and I finished the sewing. I just did a straight stitch on this one because I didn't want to take away from, you know, use zigzag stitching and take away from the beautiful Edith Holden page here, although I do picture myself adding to the cover, so that will be in another video. And so it looks like this. I did sew a straight stitch right down the middle because it was poofing up a little bit. Even though I put that glue there, you saw me put glue there. But like I said, I mean, I could have used Fabri-Tac, but I didn't want it to show through. So I just went ahead and sewed a straight stitch right down the middle there. And there you go. Here's this one on this side, and then I have one on this side of the lace. And then all around, and here's what it, one thing I noticed was I like to sew, when I sew like this, I like to sew on the outside so I can have that, you know, the way I want it. I don't want to sew on the inside and then have it be like, oh, that's, you know, that's in the wrong place because I sewed on the inside, you know what I mean? I couldn't see this side, so I always sew on the front. And then whatever happens on the inside is what happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, here's our pockets. They look good, right? Little pockets. Like I said, they are Edith Holden pages. So I wouldn't like pull up on these or anything. But if you want to, when you're doing this, glue your page down to a file folder. I think I actually meant to do that. I didn't do it. I forgot. Got all excited here in my video. But you can glue the paper, you know, the book page down onto a file folder and then glue it down. You'll have a stronger pocket. So, and then this right here, when I sewed on the outside, I made sure to sew inside my lace here so that this lace will be all glued down. And this one isn't here. See what I mean? Where about the sewing might not necessarily be exactly where you want it. So this is a little loose here. A little loose here. Well, no, this isn't loose, is it? Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit more glue under here. This is not that loose, just a couple pieces right here. And really, I could leave it loose. It doesn't even... Actually, I might leave it loose for now because it's pretty much glued down. Just a couple of little pieces here that aren't really glued down, but I think it looks nice the way it is. So that's where we're at, and we're going to continue, or actually come back in March and see what we have planned for our paper bag journals in March. So thank you for watching today. I'm going to let you go. Here's my paper bag covers. So far, quite different, aren't they? All very different, not all the same size. So yeah, that was fun, and I really think these are cute so far. And I will see you all in my next video. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a great day and happy crafting.